next lie, okay, and this might just be a me thing, but the next lie that I believed about America before I went to America, and I actually think you're going to probably slag me off for this in comments. So today I'm going to be talking about 10 weird lies Europeans are told about America. Things that I learned growing up and that then once I visited America, I kind of had to unlearn. In case you're interested, I also have a list doing this the other way around, so let me know below in comments if you want to see lies Americans are told about Europe. And today's video is brought to you by the new thing that has been consuming an hour of my evening every day on the couch. It's the mobile game Hero Wars. I know a lot of you guys are big film buffs like me. You love those epic hero type of movies. And when you're counting down to a release date, what better way to do it than saving Hero Wars from the dreadful archdemon? And you're gonna need to assemble a hero team of your own to do that. If you're struggling to choose who to pick, I recommend Celeste. She's a perfect fit for any team. Next, try challenging an opponent online to see what you're capable of. Claim the rewards, and don't forget to level up and get prepared for the ultimate battle. Remember, even the most dangerous boss can be brought down by the right team, and that applies in life too. Join the game now and get a super chest with 5 top heroes, one of them is a secret, as well as 600 emeralds and 30,000 gold. The game is available on any mobile device. Just scan the QR code right here and you can start playing right away. The game is available on any device. Just scan the QR code or tap the link in my description and start playing now. Pop quiz! How many characters have I featured in this ad read so far? See you in Hero Wars, and thank you to the gang for sponsoring this channel. Okay, the first lie that I was told was that Hollywood is full of shiny things and celebrities are just everywhere. I'm gonna say it. Hollywood itself is kind of a kip.
Wow, she really went there.
When I was there, I may have seen some celebrities, but they were keeping really low key and had baseball caps on, so they were very hard to spot. And Hollywood, as I said, is not that shiny and wonderful. The Hollywood sign itself is, I'll be honest, it's kind of a letdown. I guess I pictured Beverly Hills when I thought of Hollywood, but no. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that it's just full of extremes. And don't get me wrong, it is, but it's not just extremes. Our perception through the media is that Americans are either really fat or really fit. They're either total jocks or nerds. Stereotypes from movies. And like I said, don't get me wrong, those stereotypes exist for a reason. However, the majority of people are not extremes. They're just regular, in-between people with thoughts and feelings that vary and are nuanced. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that you just quit your jobs whenever you want to. And that's, again, from TV shows and films. People just go, I quit, when they're unhappy or having a bad day.
You're fired.
I quit!
You're fired.
I quit.
You're fired!
You're fired! Right, I mean, I already quit, so.
Additionally, we think from the same sources that you can just go, you're fired out of the blue, and there's no repercussions for that. In fact, a lot of times contracts are in place and stuff, and it just doesn't work like that in the real world. On The Apprentice, they do the you're fired, but that's a specific place. The next lie that you are told about America as a European is that everybody in America is obsessed with celebrities, whereas actually the truth couldn't be farther from that. Okay, so in Europe, a lot of our celebrities come from America, so we naturally presume that everybody is completely obsessed with celebrities within America. In actual fact, most people just kind of see their lives and what goes on behind the scenes as a little bit of entertainment, just like we do in Europe. One thing I will say is kind of odd as a European always when I go to America is seeing on your mainstream news the focus on celebrities within actual serious news programs. We don't really have that as much in Europe. I know in the UK they focus a lot on royalty.
Make way for the loser!
But you don't tend to see people talking about celebs on news shows as much in Europe. The next lie, okay, and this might just be a me thing, but the next lie that I believed about America before I went to America, and I actually think you're gonna probably slag me off for this in comments. I thought that you guys only had roll-on deodorant. I thought you didn't have spray-on deodorant. Because in movies, people always roll on their deodorant, you know, in the changing rooms and stuff. I know you have Old Spice and stuff like that, but for some reason, I had it in my head that in America, spray-on deodorant didn't exist. And I was always like, wow, they should really get spray-on deodorant. I guess they don't use it in films because it goes and it would make a noise, whereas like it's easier to just do the roll-on if you're like shooting a TV scene. You don't have to have the But yeah, I don't know, maybe that's just a me. If you're from Europe, did you know that spray-on deodorant existed in America? Because I didn't. The next misconception that Europeans have about America is that you're all really rich. And I get why this misconception exists, to be fair. Your houses and the land that your houses are on are generally a lot bigger than what we have in Europe for middle class people. Additionally, many people in America live on credit, so a lot of people are living above their means to what they really should be living. And the thing about credit in America is you are encouraged to use credit. Like, a lot of things you can't get until you build up credit, which exists in Europe, but it isn't so much focused on. Like, there are other ways to build up your trust with banks. And as I've mentioned before, I've never seen poverty quite like I've seen in America. In Europe, of course, there are homeless people, but not in the same way that they are in America. It really shocked me. Because I went over expecting, as I said, pretty much everybody to be super rich, and then I saw people looking like Oliver Twist on the street, and that was a surprise to me. Additionally, some things in America are a lot cheaper than they are where I come from in Ireland. Ireland has just been named alongside Denmark as the most expensive country in Europe for the cost of living. The prices of goods and services in Ireland are on average 40% higher than they are anywhere else in the EU. And then when I went to America, it was like things were more expensive in some areas but cheaper in other areas. So I was surprised because I thought everything would be the same, if not more expensive when I went there. The next lie that we are told about America, and this should come as no surprise, and I don't want to get bogged down in the discussion too much, but it's that everybody there has pews. And they don't. Not everybody does. In fact, it's a very divided country on people's opinions about that, but people have very strong opinions about that, and I'm going to swiftly move on. I just thought that every single person would have one when I went there, and that's not the case. The next lie that Europeans are told about America is that pretty much teenagers run America, if media was to be believed, and movies and TV shows. In actual fact, I have still not seen a cheerleader when I've gone to America. I have never been invited to a prom or homecoming, and that seems like an integral part of your society from film and TV. So yeah, I know movies and TV shows aren't real, but I definitely thought that teenagers would have a more central role in America as a result of watching so many of them. The next lie that we are told about America is that you guys eat fast food constantly. And that actually could not be further from the truth. Americans, more so than anywhere else in the world, love to cook. Americans love to barbecue. It's like your thing. You're like, my grill, my barbecue, you're mad for cooking. There is fast food on every corner in America, so that's where the perception comes from. It's a lot easier to get your hands on, but most Americans don't eat fast food every single day. You cook for the most part. I definitely thought Americans just ate TV dinners and fast food constantly, and cooking was like something you did at family events. The next lie that we are told about America is that your breakfasts are crazy. Like, you eat waffles and pancakes and cereal every single morning. You have a full feast for breakfast every day.
So yay! Enjoy smelling breakfast.
In fact, I think most Americans probably live on just the same kinds of breakfast as most of us Europeans do. Of course, we have Irish breakfast, you have American breakfast, which consists of waffles and pancakes. They do exist. But mostly, I think our general day breakfasts cross over. You might have a bowl of porridge, a bowl of cereal, a slice of toast, a bit of coffee. I definitely thought it was like America-themed breakfast every single day, whereas that's not really sustainable, and you would be carrying a lot of extra weight if you ate that every single day. I would love to have American breakfast every single day, but it's not a good idea. Although the same could be said for Irish breakfast. You should not eat Irish breakfast every single day, because to be honest, after I have an Irish breakfast, it's delicious, but it slows me down. I like to have a little nap after an Irish breakfast. The next lie we're told about America, and there's truth in this one, but not as much as I had thought, is that you will go around suing each other constantly. America is an extremely litigious country, but I think that's also due to the proportion of people compared to everywhere else in the world. Like, if there's more people somewhere, there's going to be more people suing people, right? But the impression that we are given of Americans is that if you bang your head on something, you're going to sue the company that built that something. Whereas the truth is, most times when something happens, people just let it go unless there's like serious ramifications. I definitely did think people just went around suing each other. I don't think that this is not fueled by the urban myths that are created on the internet. For example, there's that urban myth about the woman in America who sued McDonald's because her coffee was too hot, whereas if you actually go and look that up, the truth is that woman was actually really badly injured and that the coffee was way hotter than it should have been. But people like these extravagant headlines, and it makes Europeans think that Americans do just go around being like, you're sued, you're sued, you're sued. And also I thought that every American just had a lawyer on standby, because when you see things, again, people go, well, call my lawyer. Most people don't just have a lawyer to call. You generally have to research that. Let me know below in comments if you want to see the other way round version of this. Lies Americans are told about Europe, because it's a long list. I gotta cut that one down, to be honest. Remember to give Hero Wars a download and give it a try. I always appreciate you guys supporting the very limited amount of sponsors I shout out on this channel, and this game is a great little time killer. That's it for today. See you guys on the other side. Bye! Look at this little guy. Is he a little monkey move? I got a little monkey move. Oh, just a little monkey move. Oh, he's got a big jaw. Everything he does is so cute. So today I'm going to be looking at 10 weird lies Americans are told. No, I'm doing it the other way around today. Hello, little friend. You are very cute today. You're so cute. You're so cute. Squeeze.